Hey, what's up guys, it's Jake aka Tag, and today we're back again with this insanely strong Sparky Goblin Giant Earthquake deck. I'm really enjoying playing this deck because you can make seamless defense to offense counter pushes by defending with a Sparky, Hunter, or Firecracker, throwing a Goblin Giant in front of it at the river, and then earthquaking any building that your opponent tries to defend with. A lot of times your opponent will drop a ton of units on top of your Sparky to counter it, and they won't have any elixir for the Goblin Giant, it'll just take their tower. So let's go jump straight into some games and assert some dominance with this new meta Sparky deck. And if you're not already, you can support me by using creator code SirTag. By using creator code SirTag in any Supercell game, I get a percentage of all money spent at no extra cost to you. It supports the channel, it allows me to spend more time on videos, and I really appreciate it. We go for a Sparky in the back as soon as we see a Magic Archer. We're gonna see what's up. Also want to go drop our Sparky in the side that it won't align with the tower, so he's gonna get Magic Archer hits, but it's not gonna hit our tower because it does not pierce through. If he gets the geometry correctly, then he's able to hit our tower. If we drop our Sparky this side, always want to drop it opposite lane of the Magic Archer. So if you're cycling a card here and they drop it on the left hand lane, like right there, you're fine. If they cycle it behind their king tower and you drop it here, you're screwed. So you just need to pay attention to that. We go for a Firecracker. It's going to go in the opposite lane. It's going to be able to hit the Mega Minion. You can also mini P.E.K.K.A with it, so then he's not able to get a very easy king tower activation. We should hopefully be able to kill the Barber Barrel too. And the mini P.E.K.K.A is still tanking. Mini P.E.K.K.A is going to be able to get a hit off on his, and I think I have to zap this. Otherwise, it gets a hit on our tower. So I'm just going to wait and see what he wants to do. I don't want to give him the potential to go in for a zap as well. So I just wait a little bit of time. Because if you zap too early, then sometimes they'll catch on and snowball or zap your tower, and then they'll counteract your zap and get the hit. But if you wait a little bit longer, then they're not going to be able to do it. So remember, we saw it cycle behind the king tower, so we drop our Sparky here, opposed to dropping it behind our own king tower, so he doesn't get the geometry. Then we go for a Dark Prince. We're on top of the Royal Hogs to finish them off. Sparky's going to be able to get a lot of value on top of that Magic Archer. He doesn't get any connection on our tower, so he just sacrifices 4 elixir to the greater good for a little bit of chip damage on our Sparky. I can go in for a Firecracker here, just to be able to finish off the Mega Minion. He's going to go Barb Barrel, so he's going to try to hit the Firecracker. It's not going to work out. We can go for a mini P.E.K.K.A. And we're going to get damage on both sides. This is dual lane aggression. It's the mini P.E.K.K.A and the Firecracker. He's going to have to spend a lot of elixir. So hopefully the Firecracker hits that so I don't have to spend a zap. It looks like it's going to miss though. So I will have to send a zap. That's fine. Okay. We're going to go for probably Sparky in the back. And then just go in for a Dark Prince again. So this time we go in for our own Sparky. I want a Hunter here, just so it gets less damage. So the Hunter is just going to one-shot it. And he spent a lot of elixir too. Double elixir allows me to go in for a Goblin Giant. He's going to go for a mini P.E.K.K.A probably, so if I get my own mini P.E.K.K.A on top of his, this is really, really good. So we're just going to preemptively do it. He's going to go for Electro Wizard and mini P.E.K.K.A. I'm going to zap, kill his mini P.E.K.K.A because ours gets a first shot off since we zapped. Go in for an Earthquake here. Try to get more value with our mini P.E.K.K.A. He's going to go in for a Magic Archer, so I want to get a Hunter down as soon as possible, I think. Wait, no, he doesn't have it in cycle because he just dropped it, right? Yeah, we're fine, maybe. 14 seconds remaining. What does he do? Because he cycled Magic Archer. He doesn't have it back in cycle for quite a while. So all we have to do is quite literally just evade Magic Archer value. So he's going to try to line it up with the Sparky or something. He can't make it work because it's off to the side. So we literally don't even have to do anything. Just don't give him value. Don't drop anything on defense and you win. The best defense is no defense at all. Guys, we got a game against 007, James Bond here in the house. So we're going to see what's up. I usually want to wait until double elixir, but we have a pretty good hand to cycle with the Dark Prince. So I'm going to go and cycle that just so we don't like waste our entire time. We want to have a good game here, man. We want to get some action just for the fun of it. But if I was playing super competitive, usually Sparky is better in double elixir. So he's going to have Mega Knight. Mega Knight plus Musketeer makes me think that it will have wall breakers. So the way I want to play this is really defensive when I can. I'm going to go in for a Goblin Giant, so then the Mega Knight goes and walks instead of jumps for joy on top of us, and then he's going to zap. And look at the Mega Knight get pushed back into the Musketeer. Oh, I thought that we would be able to get a hit with the Sparky. I was really confident about that. It looked like it was really dangerously close. I can zap here. He's probably going to go for Goblin Surround. So I'm not really going to be able to do anything. Oh, he didn't Goblin Surround. He's going to Bandit instead. Okay. That was dangerously close to killing that Bandit as well. Let's go in for a mini P.E.K.K.A, kill the Bandit. And we'll see what 007 is going to do. He is James Bond, man. So he's going to come up with some suspicious plays here. I can already sense it. Go for Dark Prince, finish it off before it gets a hit. And it looks like he's just going to have a really bad matchup in double elixir, as we anticipated, right? Sparky has great matchups in doubles, so if we get there safe and sound, it'll be a great time. I can go for a Hunter, so then the Mega Knight walks towards it. And then we can go in for a firecracker because he has zap. There's no real way of him finishing off the firecracker. So anything that he spams into us, even if he zaps the hunter and has one of the goblins survive, he's not going to be able to keep the miner alive much longer. So I don't have to spend extra elixir. Go for a goblin giant with a firecracker though, so then he can't activate king towers easily. He's going to have to try to defend this. He will be able to activate king tower with that musketeer, but he's going to take a lot of damage as a result because then he doesn't have anything immediately on top of the goblin giant. So that's why we elected to make that play. So I can just go in for a mini packet here. It's unfortunate that I'm cycling this because I can't immediately get on top of the musketeer, but he's going to go and cycle wall breakers. Now I can eat the musketeer damage. It doesn't really matter to me. And the thing is, he can probably go in for a Mega Knight in the opposite lane, but we have Dark Prince and Hunter, so it'd just be a pretty bad play. And he can't go in for wall breakers because you saw that he just tried to defend his musketeer with it. As a result, it's going to be really hard for him to defend effectively, right? He could go in for bats, but we can zap them and the Dark Prince will connect. Maybe he drops even more elixir. If he drops more elixir than the Dark Prince, he automatically loses, by the way. You can't even try to defend that. So I was hoping that he would, just for the memes. The mini pack is going to be able to devour the musketeer. He thought that he wouldn't be able to have that happen. Oh my gosh. He thought that the musketeer would lock onto the Sparky, but it didn't work out. And then we get the Dark Prince to tank again for the firecracker. Firecracker is in the Matrix. She just does not die. Unstoppable card, man. It's probably the most frustrating card for most people in Clash Royale. And that's why I love it. Well, I love playing with it and hate playing against it. You know, if you don't have arrows and you're playing against it, you're going to have a sad time. At least for the most part. And he's going to drop a Mega Knight, but it's not going to be able to go on top of the Goblin Giant. And as a result, we can just Earthquake. And if we finish off the Mega Knight, we win the game because Goblin Giant's just going to take the tower. GG, well played, and peace out. We asserted dominance against James Bond. I wonder what Shrek's mixtape actually sounds like. So we're playing against this dude. He's going to go in for a knight in the back. Ah, dude. Well, I know what Shrek's mixtape sounds like now. It's just me whining the entire time. Feels bad, dude. I'm going to go in for a firecracker, and then I want to go in for a Dark Prince just so that does not get all over my tower and assert dominance. It looks like I want to have to go for a mini P.E.K.K.A. and activate King. Oh, no. It's going to be firecracker on firecracker, and mine wins. Feels good because I was shot first. He's going to log. All right. It looks like he's got Hog Rider. It looks like he doesn't have the deck that I was really scared about, which is Expo Rocket with Tesla Ice Wizard. Even though we have Earthquake, it's not very fun to play against that, let me tell you. They can just rocket cycle you. So, I want to just go in for an Earthquake now. Ooh. Yeah, definitely a Hog Rider deck. Definitely a Hog Rider deck. Get some easy chip value. Obliterate the Knight. Not have to worry about it anymore. I think our best bet is just... Oh, no. Really? Log bait? Log bait is not easy to play against, guys. Hunter is your only way of killing the Goblin Barrel, by the way. So, if you guys don't have Hunter in cycle and they go for a Goblin Barrel and they have a tank, good luck defending, my sirs. So, we're going to go for Dark Prince in front of our Hunter to bolster our offensive possibilities and maybe get more damage here. Yeah, it's going to connect to the tower for sure for some damage. At least a little bit. Hunter's going to lock on for 2 pellets. I think one more. Yeah, baby. So, against this deck, best bet is not cycling a Sparky because it just gets rocketed. So what we're going to do is if we're forced to cycle our Sparky, we're dropping it here. But on all other scenarios, we cycle our Goblin Giant in the back and build up a huge push with that. So, Goblin Giant cycled. He's going to go in for a Firecracker. We can go in for our own Firecracker, wait for his Inferno Tower, and we can zap. And we can also go in for a Earthquake. Shut it down. Get more damage. Maybe even go in for a Dark Prince here to make sure that the Knight doesn't go backward. It's unfortunate that we weren't able to keep the Firecracker alive a little bit longer. We could have done it, I think, if I played a little bit better, a little bit more solidly, but he hasn't had the potential of going in for any Goblin Barrels recently. He might do it now. Yeah, we can just Hunter, though, and then we can go in for a mini P.E.K.K.A. So he went for a Rocket. That is so aggressive, my dudes. If you're going to do that, I can Firecracker, Earthquake, and Zap on top of your Inferno Tower, and I think we win the game. So that's all I need to do. I'm going to go for the Earthquake now. It kills the Goblins with the help of the Firecracker, so I don't even have to Zap. Firecracker is just going to give us so much damage. I can zap now just for more damage, so I guarantee the W off of this push, just delaying his potential of defending. We can go in for a mini P.E.K.K.A., go in for the Dark Prince, and as long as he doesn't get a juicy Rocket Goblin Barrel with 5 seconds remaining, then we will win the game. So yeah, GG, well played and peace out. He didn't have Elixir, so he just cycled our Hunter behind the tower. It didn't even matter. We actually defeated Shrek's mixtape, and I don't know if I'm crying in the mixtape anymore, guys. I don't know. So we got a game against Felix. We're going to sauce out a good luck, and we're going to see what's up. Felix is not cycling anything. He's just hard chilling right now, and we need to wait for him to drop something because our hand is not ideal. If we cycle a Firecracker, he can activate King Tower. Cycle Mini P.E.K.K.A., We could do that at 102, but we definitely don't want to go and cycle a Goblin Giant or a Sparky to kick open the game. He is going to go in for an Electro Wizard. Oh my gosh, way of resetting us right out of the gate. That does not bode well for me. However, he's going to spam off his lane at the exact same time, so I can't support it. Our Sparky does shoot the Electro Wizard before it's able to stun usually. I was going to say maybe it would be able to like tag along off of hitting the Firecracker, but fortunately for us, we were able to make sure that the Sparky did not get hit and reset there, so it'll shut everything down. I could Mini P.E.K.K.A. Mini P.E.K.K.A. will be able to devour the Mega Knight, and then it will allow our Sparky to get a better offensive push. I don't even know if he has Elixir to deal with this. Can we zap the Mini P.E.K.K.A.? Can we kill it? Yes! Oh my gosh, I was wondering. I was so scared. If I hadn't zapped, we wouldn't have gotten that hit on the tower, guys. That was really lucky and awesome at the same time. So we're going to say that it was 200 IQ and not just luck. There was luck involved there, guys. Did not know the Sparky HP entirely. I knew that we would be able to stop the Mini P.E.K.K.A. from devouring the Sparky, though. Okay. What are we going to do? If he spams opposite lane, we can go in for Goblin Giant and kite it all into us. That's really cool. Also, you can do it with Firecracker, too. So if you don't have the Goblin Giant, that's always a good thing to do, too. Firecracker here. And we can Dark Prince. We're going to make a huge push. Massive push, boys. We're going crazy. We're going hard in the paint. We're dropping our Hunter right on top of his Electro Wizard. We're going to go in for a Mini P.E.K.K.A. soon. And this is going to be the biggest push of 2020. I think this will be funny. We're going to go for Mini P.E.K.K.A. and Firecracker here. So he's got a Mini P.E.K.K.A. of his own. Okay. So it looks like we kind of botched that. I should have probably tried to defend a little bit more. I went really hardcore all in there.
Oh no!
Unnecessarily so, I believe. Anyway, I'm going to have to go for a Sparky on the left because I need to defend that tower because he's just going to go Royal Hogs into us and he's going to zap this too. So I need to go for a Dark Prince. Okay, he didn't zap that. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I guess we just made a really good prediction with the Sparky. That he would go for Royal Hogs there at that exact moment. Feels good, man. Guess we're going to bounce back and assert dominance on him here. So we made a slight misstep, but we're coming back and in business. All you do is go in for Dark Prince. Firecracker as well. I think we shut this all down and then just go for Goblin Giant. Oh, that's locked onto our tower. We're screwed. Or are we? Oh my gosh! 4 seconds remaining with the Goblin Giant on the tower. Guys, can we come back?
Easy!
That was just a catastrophe of a game, but I'm so glad we won it. So this guy is going to go in for an Ice Spirit and a Goblin Barrel. Playing against these type of log bait decks are not very fun usually, so our best bet of countering it is using a Hunter on defense against the Goblin Barrel and then trying to counter push with a Goblin Giant and then Earthquaking the Inferno Tower. He's probably going to rocket the Sparky, so if I just cycle it right now, it will be a 6-for-6 trade. If I cycle a Hunter, he will be able to get a much better interaction. He's going to go in for a Tesla. Okay, so he doesn't have Inferno Tower. That's even better for us. Oh my gosh, this is going so well. He's dropping so much Elixir. The Spear Goblins died too. I could even go for a Goblin Giant and then Earthquake, but I don't want to play too aggressive right now. So then I would probably take a really big beating from the Goblin Barrels. So I want to wait for the Tesla to expire, then go for a Hunter and Goblin Giant and an Earthquake after. That's going to be our best bet in most situations. We know he's going to be back to a Tesla soon, so I want to see if we can get a Tesla Earthquake real quick. I think he's going to do it, right? You can't just eat this like a snack. You have to Tesla. If he doesn't do anything, then we just sit here and lackadaisically chill. I'm going to go for a Zap. Make sure that none of the Goblins were going to be able to get any damage. It was off to the side, so I could have delayed my Zap a little bit longer. But it's still fine. We can Earthquake for some tower damage. We know that he's probably going to go for Princess of the River if the Tesla's still alive at any situation. I'm in an awkward card cycle. Okay, he still went for Princess of the River. He's going to go for like a Knight here probably. We'll see. Goblin Gang actually? Oh wow, you're going to live life precariously. If I went in for an Earthquake, could have made some magic happen there. Firecracker's going to stay alive and still go on the side that we want. We're going to go for a Goblin Giant ahead of it. And we'll see if he drops Tesla. I really want to get an Earthquake here. See, if you run a Giant or a Goblin Giant deck against someone that has Tesla or an Inferno Tower, you can break through and just treat it like it's not even a Sparky deck. And that's how we're playing it. The best way to play this type of matchup is just play like you don't have Sparky. Until you need to. Until you're trying to get a rocket out of your opponent and trade 6 for 6 to maybe stop like a princess or something. As you guys saw me do earlier. Or if he rockets the tower, then we can go in for a Sparky. For the most part, if we just go in for a Goblin Giant here, we're in a really good spot. Trying to get an Earthquake and Zap. So then we can kill the princess. The princess does not die otherwise. So I went for Firecracker because it translates defense to offense, and opposed to going for the Earthquake immediately, because I wanted to see if we could get a Tesla and defend against the Goblin Barrel at the same time. So GG, well played and peace out. We were able to hit the Tesla with the Earthquake, defend, and assert dominance. The trick to this matchup is if you're forced to cycle a Sparky, drop it here. Don't drop it in the back. Gives them too much rocket value, and you'll just lose. You have to use the Earthquake, use the Hunter on defense against the Goblin Barrel, get counter push, and you'll win.